We are a family of gamers. And I don't mean that we occasionally bring out a deck of cards. I mean that we play anything and everything from video games to card games to all forms of tabletop gaming. We have an entire closet in our house that holds all of our games. We love a challenge and we are very competitive. People have always asked me how it was that we got our kids to read and do math at such a young age, and the answer is really simple. My kids knew that the only way they were ever going to defeat their parents in games was if they developed the ability to read the rule book and be able to count well enough to make sure we were being honest about the score. We do not believe in coddling them, and so we have always played to win, whether it was Candyland or poker. The games that we choose are very emblematic of our personality. My husband loves elegant puzzles and appreciates a well-designed game, everything from the art to the box it came in. My older son's desk at home is littered with small toys and figures, and so he gravitates towards any games that has miniatures as a component. And since he is convinced that he is inherently unlucky, he abhors any games that rely on a dice roll. My younger son tends to pick games by the length of them. The longer, the better. He loves to spend time with us and his brother, and so he picks games to accomplish that goal. He owns every version of Monopoly there is. And I like any game that I'm currently the reigning champ of. Winning is my favorite component of any game, and I will clean the table with you if you play Ticket to Ride with me. There is one game, however, that proves to be particularly challenging for us, and that is cooperative games. We're absolutely terrible at them. We all want to be the leader, and we all want to play our way. There's this game, it's called Pandemic, where we're supposed to work together as a team from the CDC in order to prevent a global infectious event. Let's just say that we are not your people if you want the world to survive, and no one from FEMA is turning to us for advice at this particular moment. As a side note, don't play that game and then watch the movie Contagion. None of us slept that night. There is one type of cooperative game, however, that we all gravitate towards, and that is breakout games. We are weirdly addicted to them. Anytime we travel to a new city, we do one there, and anytime we have a break in our schedule, we go and do one here. Apparently, we have to be locked in a room in order to work together. Whatever city we are in, whatever themed game we are always doing, we always experience the same collective moment. My husband is frustrated by a part of the game that we managed to bypass, but we don't know how it fits in. He wants to understand each and every component. My older son and I, who just both want to win, are yelling at him that it does not matter. And our younger, dramatic child is feeling wounded and hurt because we spoke over him and ordered him around, which is true, we do that. And we all flatly refuse to accept any help from the game master because that is cheating. In the end, we always get out. Well, except for an unfortunate 80s themed one where, unknown to us, asking the game master questions was part of the game. And one where we were handcuffed together. Never handcuff us. That required far too much cooperation. But generally, in escape room, suddenly all the frustration is gone, and instead we are congratulating each other on the part each played to achieve our goal, and it's wonderful. And I suppose the point of a cooperative game. Recently, along with the rest of the city, we've been playing a new kind of escape game, except instead of trying to break out, we are trying to keep something even more dangerous from breaking in. We've developed a daily rhythm that always involves a family game time, minus my husband, whose working from home piece is not as flexible. As I peruse the family game closet with my kiddos, I realized that most of our games are perfectly balanced for 4 people. Oh, we can still play them with 3, but the dynamics are very different, uncomfortable, unfamiliar, unsettling. And I realized that this will be our greatest challenge yet because our older son will be gone starting this summer, hopefully off at college and starting a new journey. He won't be there for our weekend game fest or readily available for a hand of spades as we wait for a meal. And as much as I hate what is going on in this moment, and I hate the turmoil and terror that is embroiling us all, I am more afraid of that empty seat at our gaming table. A challenge, indeed.